Hello everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at this 2006 Chrysler 300C. And today's review is taking place at Shane Connolly Cars, situated just outside Ballybofey in County Donegal. For all contact information in regards to this dealership, please see the description box below. So in today's review, we'll be looking at the interior of the car. I'll explain how all the features work, also start up, look at the engine, go over the performance data and take a look around the exterior. So let's get started. Wooden door pulls. 4 electric windows, with the front ones being fully automatic, as well as your power folding exterior mirrors, as well as an electric driver's seat, full grey leather, so we'll just power on the Chrysler. This car has 117,674 miles on the clock so far. It's got a leather wrapped 4-spoke multifunction steering wheel with hydraulic rack and pinion power assisted steering, and also the top section here is made entirely of wood. Very nice design. And also if you just pull this lever here, you can only adjust the steering rack up and down. So first off, let's take a look at the multimedia system. Now of course this is a 9-year-old car, so expect the system to look a bit outdated, because it is. Sound quality is quite good in this car. And that's actually down to the very nice Boston premium audio system. Now this car does have a 6 CD changer, and you got your button here for loading and ejecting the CDs. You also got all your preset stations. Now this car does have sat-nav. Just press this button here, and then you got your main controls located off to the right here for navigating through it. So it's showing me the map at the moment, and if I just turn this wheel to the right, it will zoom out. Then again, just to zoom in, and you can move it over and back and up and down to navigate through the map itself. And then if you press the enter/trail button below, it will try and find the nearest digital road. Now we are sitting out in back roads at the moment, as you can see, so it's a little harder for the system to find a proper road. I'd have to be probably in Ballybofey town before we'd find a decent one. And also you got this little compass thing here. Just click RDS, and it has 2 options. So it'll tell me where north is, and if I press it again, it shows me our current position, which is facing west. So sat-nav is a pretty easy system to use. As I said, it is probably outdated, so it might not find a lot of new roads in Ireland at the moment, but I'm sure it can be updated very easily. And then you got your mute button, and you can also click band to just get back to the radio itself. And then you get all your basic controls off the side here for information and your general sat-nav controls, and also for adjusting the radio frequency. And also on the multifunction steering wheel, if I press this button here, you can go through different frequencies, different types of stations, AM and FM, as well as your CD player. So it's a nice system, pretty easy to use. Most people probably would want to pull out this head unit and put in a brand new upgraded one, which would be perfectly okay, you know, given that it is a bit old. You probably want a brand new sat-nav system in there. And also up here you got a very nice analog clock, the Chrysler logo embedded, as well as the traction control. When I press that, the light just comes up down there. And also the 300C does have a single zone climate control. So you got your different fan speeds located here, but you can also just leave it in automatic mode, as well as your different temperatures and so on, as well as different zones. And also this car has 2-stage heated front seats for the driver and passenger side, as you can see. And then here you got your cigarette lighter and ashtray. Yeah, I was playing around with this earlier. Sometimes it does stick. Well, it's sticking at the moment anyway, apparently. I pushed it in earlier and I clicked, but yep, Well, anyway, that aside, you do have a small storage area down here for when this thing does stay closed. And also you got a very nice soft touch armrest here as well. And you got a very big storage area underneath that. And also you got your 2 cup holders here. And a little bit of storage off to this side. Now this car does have a 5-speed automatic transmission. So at the moment we're in park, reverse, neutral and drive. And also if we just look up here, as you can see, it navigates through the gears digitally. And also when it's in drive, I just go down again, you can shift gears manually. Press left to shift down and right to shift up. And if I put the car in reverse, the mirrors do tilt. And I put it in park, the mirrors tilt up again. This car also has an auto-dimming interior mirror, as well as the sunglasses container. Seats are quite comfy and supportive. Now this car does have a few signs of aging on it, so it does. First example is this thing that still won't stay closed for me. It's been a bit stubborn. Also the seat down here on the driver's side, as you can see, it just has a few minor rips on it. And as you can see, also the key fob, sorry, has definitely seen better days. It's a little bit worn out. But for a 9-year-old car, you know, it's held up pretty well. Everything in this car actually does still work. Has quite a nice interior as well. Very spacious, very comfortable. And also you got your cruise control stock just located up here. So you got all your multifunction controls on the steering wheel, as you would have seen earlier. So if you want to navigate through this truck computer up here, which has the compass and the outside temperature meter reading, you just use these buttons here, and you also got your volume controls for the radio. So if I just press the top one there, you can go through the truck computer by using the arrows on the left hand side of the steering wheel. Gives me things like my truck computer consumption and how you want to display the measurements and so on. And let's see, what else have we got here? Navigation system, the system itself. You can also adjust your personal settings, and that's pretty much it really. It's an easy enough system to use, I guess. I did have to mess around with it for a little while. You know, you have to use some controls here and some controls there, just to go through the different truck computers. But you know, you get used to it in no time at all. And also located down here, you've got your boot release, and this car of course does have the foot operated parking brake. And you also got 2-person memory settings for the driver's seat. So let's go ahead and take a look at the back seats. Also got the very nice wooden door pulls back here as well. So the legroom in the 300C is quite good. Headroom isn't too bad, although the roof does feel a little bit lower than the equivalent Mercedes or BMW. Also got a centre mounted armrest with 2 cup holders, as well as rear ventilation. Also, you got a nice bit of chrome accenting going along the door panels. So we'll turn on the vehicle's power. As well as the headlights, the front and rear fog lamps, and as well as the hazards. And we'll take a look around the exterior. The exterior colour is known as Midnight Blue Pearl. The 300C comes with big xenon projector headlamps, as well as headlight washers, a very nice decorative chrome surround, as well as the lower fog lamps. It's also got a very large front grille. It also has these 18-inch twin 5-spoke alloy wheels with front and rear ventilated steel disc brakes. It also has the independent McPherson strut suspension in the front, as well as the multi-link rear suspension. Chrome mirror caps, as well as a nice bit of chrome design just going down along here, as well as the 300C logo. And it's also got a bit of chrome going around the windows, as well as chrome door handles. Boot release. Boot space in the 300C is quite decent. It's got 504 litres of room. And also, if you fold down the rear seats, which is very easy to do in this car, all you have to do is just tug on this handle here. The seats fold completely flat, so you can fit a lot more large items and luggage towards the rear seating area of the car. It's also got a decorative piece of chrome on the rear bumper, as well as rear parking sensors. It also has dual exhaust tips. The overall length for the 300C is 197.8 inches. It has a width of 74.1 inches with a height of 58.4 inches, and the total wheelbase is 120 inches. The Chrysler 300C also features a lot of parts from Mercedes. For example, the front suspension in this car is from the Mercedes S-Class, which was produced from 1998 to 2005, otherwise known as the W220. This car also has the rear suspension design, steering column, gearbox, front seat frames and a wiring harness from the 2002 to 2009 Mercedes E-Class, otherwise known as the W211, which is really the main car that the 300C is based off. And also you could have the 300C with a 4-wheel drive system, which is actually a Mercedes 4MATIC all-wheel drive system as well. So as far as styling goes, you could almost describe the 300C as being a bit square, if not boxy in design. But in saying that, it is quite a cool looking car, so it is. It does stand out from its European rivals. Now, in the United States and Canada, you could have the SRT model, which featured a 5.7 litre Hemi V8. Now, this would have been comparable with the Mercedes E55 AMG at the time. Now, over here in Europe, we didn't actually get the SRT, but you could have an SRT styling kit for your car. Basically, it's kind of like an AMG sports kit or BMW's M styling kit. It's the same sort of thing. Now, rather unfortunately, I have read that Chrysler do plan to pull out of the UK market. Rather unfortunately, their sales are just not what they were hoping for. So I'll just power off the lighting. So let's power on the 300C and see how it sounds. Bonnet release. The engine is a 3-litre V6 turbo diesel. It produces 218 brake horsepower with a top speed of 143 miles per hour. It also puts out 376 foot-pounds of torque, and it's claimed that this car can do about 35 miles to the gallon. So we'll just finish up the review now. One other thing I should tell you about the engine is it's the same 3-litre V6 diesel that was found in the W211 Mercedes E-Class. And actually this engine is used in a few other cars outside of Mercedes. The code name for this engine, if anybody's interested, is 0M642. So it is used in, this car and a few other ones outside of Mercedes-Benz, as I was saying. And also the gearbox in this car is Mercedes 5G Tronic. So overall, the 300C, it is quite a nice car. It came very well equipped, for when it was brand new, with the heated seats and the single zone climate control and, sat nav and so on. It is quite a nice car. It's also, spacious in here, and it's got comfy seats and a good amount of room in the back and a big boot. One thing I did notice about this window, if I just aim the camera like this here, you can see that the dash does sit quite high, and it looks almost as if the mirror is sitting low, but of course it's not. So the window does look to be made probably a bit on the smaller side, and also the roof in this car is a bit lower than, something like a Mercedes or a BMW. I suppose that is just part of the overall sporty styling of this car. But it is quite nice. Everything in this car is, simple and it's functional, and I suppose this one does have maybe one or two defects. I eventually got that cigarette lighter and ashtray thingy closed. It seems to close of its own accord, really. And the front electric window in this car, as you may have noticed earlier, because I didn't have it down, doesn't actually work. The motor there is not connected to the glass. It's just something that needs to be fixed. As far as reliability goes, well, American cars in the past are not, very well known for their reliability, but these days the Americans are making very good cars and they are held together properly. I suppose this car would be easy to maintain, seeing as it does have a Mercedes engine and Mercedes gearbox, and most of the mechanical stuff in this car is Mercedes, so you could take it to a Mercedes dealership and they'd be able to service it no problem at all. These cars, they're quite good, so they are. This particular generation of the 300C, you could pick them up these days now for probably under €10,000. I've seen a few advertised for between 5 and 8,000, so you could get a decent one for that price. So we'll just power it off now. I actually like the white dials as well. I think they look quite nice. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed this full in-depth tour of the 2006 Chrysler 300C. Please remember to rate, comment and subscribe, and please stay tuned, there'll be plenty more videos to come. Thanks for watching everyone.